All right, hello everybody, Zaxter99 back with another impressions review, but this is a game I played almost a month ago. Back on November 30th, we took a look at the newly released Dungeons of Honor by an indie game dev, in which I pretty much shredded this developer for launching a game in such a horrible state, added a $10.99 price tag, 11 bucks, for a completely broken game that really just had, I think it had nothing but blobs of snow that attacked you, and you could open doors, but there wasn't really anything else to do. And I remember suggesting to the developer that he fix the sword swing mechanics, that he made the snowballs be able to damage you because the snow couldn't hurt you in any way. And it was just really not fun, really broken, and 11 bucks. So I gave this developer a negative review. Gave him a lot of suggestions in that video. And today he says, since launch, the issues have been fixed and more content has been added for a better and more fun experience. On top of this, a price reduction has been done. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see if the updates this developer has put in since my review of his game have made a big difference. We can see one big difference right here, though, is he did drop the price from $11 down to $2, a price that is probably a lot more fair based on what I saw the first game. We got a cool sword here. That's something new that I didn't see the first time. So let's go ahead and jump in, and we'll do that right after this. Zaxter99. All right, welcome back, everybody. So we did launch the game. It did launch, and oh my god, is it loud. All right. Okay, so your audio sliders are all the way up. This might be because of the updates. We're going to go ahead and drop this music volume all the way down. We're going to go ahead and lower these as well. Still really loud in the sound effects. That's better. Okay. So what I want to check right now is I want to make sure that the game saves your volume sliders if you back out of the game. So it's saving once I go back to the main menu, but I want to go back all the way. Let's go back into the settings here. I don't hear a difference. What I want to do is I want to quit the game. And let's launch the game again to see if it saved those settings, because it definitely should save the slider settings. And it looks like it did. It looks like it resets every time you launch the game. Yeah. That's bad to the developer. Yeah, you gotta have this game save these settings to whatever the player last set them at, and not blast the player's ears out every time they launch the game. You want to assume the player is going to be playing your game more than once and not refunding it, right? You want to assume that the player is going to love your game and play it lots, and every time they launch the game, you want the game to have saved the audio settings so that it doesn't blow their fucking eardrums out every time they launch the game. And by default, I would also make these default settings be something closer to this. So right now you have by default the game. If you're not going to do that, if you're not going to make the game save the player settings, then I would make the game default to where I have these at now. Make these be the default settings, because this is a lot closer to what most players are going to want, right? Don't have the fucking game defaulting to blowing the player's eardrums out every time. So either have the game, preferably have the game default to this right now, make this be the default, and then also have the game save the settings to whatever the player sets, so next time they launch it, those settings are saved and reloaded back up. I mean, this isn't rocket science here. Quality. Okay, so same thing here. Whatever the player sets for these options here, it needs to save all this shit, so that the same thing loads up every time the player launches a game. You don't have this game saving anything. So every time it just goes back to default shit. That's bad. That's lazy. That's inept. That's not even worth the $2 price tag you're charging, right? And I'm not trying to just blast this developer. This is common stuff with a game. I don't care if it's 99 cents or fucking $30. These games need to remember the settings. It's good that you have settings, But it doesn't do your player a lot of good to have settings if the game doesn't remember what the fuck they put them at every time you load the game. Alright? I'm trying to help the developer out, and sometimes the best help can come from being brutally honest and telling the developer exactly what they need to hear to make their game better. If I just come in here and say, wow, it's $1.99 and it's a great game right now, and don't tell them these things, how is that ever going to help this developer or any developer? If I just bullshit them, or if I just simply say, hey, this game is shit, right? That doesn't help if I don't explain why and how to fix the problem. And this is something I generally do with any developer I feel like has put some kind of effort or work into a game. Obviously, it's not worth my time to tell a developer how to fix a flat-out asset flip where they never do anything themselves. But with a game like this, where I can tell the developer trying to make a game, yes, I'm going to be brutally honest and tell them what's wrong with the game, how to fix it, and why it sucks, right? Alright, so we're going to go back. We're going to go solo. Here's our character. We have the barracks. We have the ability to choose a class stand. The layer is coming soon. Okay, let's just go to the barracks. I think we went there before. Armory, class 1, right? Okay. So let's just go ahead and... one hit? Yeah, we don't want one hit. Let's just go the regular. Okay, so class 1, I can't change any of this, but if I hit class 2, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't change anything. Okay, remember, I'm getting hit. I am at least getting an indicator that I'm getting hit now. That's good. That's an improvement. What the fuck kind of swing is this, man? I know you couldn't even swing the sword last time, but this looks bad. You need to have a realistic looking, or at least halfway realistic sword swing. And it doesn't seem to be doing any damage here. How is this better? I mean, yeah, it's moving, but I still can't hit the fucking enemies. Don't be putting on your store that you fixed the game if it's still broken as... This is horribly broken. You're lying to your customer base, the people that are going to be paying you money and saying you fixed the game when you haven't fixed it. Just because it's making a terrible animation right now, it's still not fixed because I can't hit the motherfuckers. You know better to this developer. You fucking know better, man. Why are you being a crook? Why are you lying? This is deception. You should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, let's see if I think this worked last time. Yeah, the bow and arrow still works. So, this is fine here, but your main weapon, the sword, is garbage still. Just because it moves, it's still not effective at all. It's completely broken as far as being able to hit these enemies. And it looks like shit as well, the animation. I mean, I appreciate that the developer did something and he's trying to fix it, and I feel like he probably is. I feel like maybe he's bitten off a little bit more than he can chew with a 3D game. Like, maybe he should have stuck to a simple 2D game. And why just because Okay, wait a minute. Do we have... Hang on. We have enemies coming through the walls. Yeah. Why are enemies coming through the walls, man? Your game is not fixed, brah. Your game is still broken as fuck. It's better, and it's definitely a lot better price. $11 was a slap in the face for what we received a month ago. But this game, even for $1.99, still needs a lot of work. I want to see this developer fix this game and make this game so that enemies aren't just walking through the walls, where the sword actually looks like a proper sword swing, but more importantly, where the sword actually works. Right? Right now, the sword it's not even effective against the enemies. Yeah, see, okay, I finally killed it. You have to get right over the top of it and take damage. 1,500 points. But watch when I do this, enemies are going to come right through the walls. Watch. Yeah, see, they're just spawning and coming right through the wall. Or they're just spawning in the corner. Yeah. This isn't fun, man. If you're going to be charging any amount of money, the game has to be fun. When the game is way more frustrating to a player than it is fun, it's not worth any amount of money, and it's not even worth playing. Your game is not ready right now, after all the updates you've done, to be charging any amount of money for it. You need to keep working on this. And I know it's almost Christmas, and I appreciate the work you've done. More importantly, I appreciate that you've tried to fix the things that I've ranted about in the first review video that I've done. Look at other games, right? Look at other indie games. Look, there's a million other indie games in the same price range, under $5, that have proper swings, that have proper animations, and that more importantly are fun to play and not so frustrating that you want to pull your hair out, right? So to this developer, don't lose heart. Listen to what I'm telling you. Make your game more fun than it is frustrating. Make sure your animations look halfway decent, not like a pile of garbage. Figure it out. Figure out how to make the animations look better rather than trying to shortcut it, right? Instead of trying to do it the easiest possible way. But more importantly, make sure that the player is going to experience the ability to hit the enemies from a safe distance. Right now, I basically have to get on top of the enemy and take damage to hit it. That's bad. That's so bad. Right? Make sure the enemies also aren't either going through walls or just spawning a million of them in the corners of the room and then attacking the player. That's frustrating, not fun. Right? But it would probably be more fun if I could actually kill the motherfuckers. But instead, I can't even kill them. I have to use my bow and arrow. The sword doesn't work at all. Enemies, there's too many of them too fast. I want to pull my hair out. Like, I think this developer can do this, but he's going to have to set his mind to fixing the game and not just doing band-aid fixes. You're going to have to fix the game and make it look like a proper game. I feel like this developer has played 100 games just like this, and he should know better than to put out what he's putting out now in this broken of a state. I appreciate the price reduction. I think you did the right thing by lowering this game to $1.99. At least until you get the game. You know, once you get the game really working well and I review it and I say, man, this is fun, this is great, then maybe you can increase the price of the game to like $5 or whatever. Because it'll probably deserve more than $2 after you get the game working correctly right now. But right now, it's not even worth the $2 not yet. You need to fix the fundamentals of this game. This is Axter99. I'm trying to give you brutal honesty because that's what you need to make your game good. Right now, it's a little bit better. The price is a lot better, but the game is still garbo, man. Fix it. I know you can do it, but it's going to take some time and work. And if you do this, I guarantee you, like I said, it's going to pay off big. What you learn by fixing your game is going to pay off in future games that you decide to make. All right, to this developer, love you, man. Keep up the good work. Have a Merry Christmas. Take a break. You know, enjoy your Christmas vacation with your family or your loved ones, and to get back to work on it after Christmas, man. I hope this video helps you. Be sure you let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you guys think. Am I being too hard on this developer, or am I being honest and giving him the truth that he needs to fix his game? This has been Zaxter99. Merry Christmas to all of you guys watching out there. Happy holidays. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.